Hello everyone, Lucamus Prime here, and I thought once again I will do yet another video game review, this time for what I think is Game of the Year for 2018, Red Dead Redemption 2. So yesterday after I did my Just Cause 4 review, I jumped straight into Red Dead 2 and I completed the story. And oh my gosh, it was absolutely amazing. So, for those of you who are wondering, Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually a prequel to the first Red Dead Redemption. It takes place a few years before it. Before the 1900s begin. And you play as an outlaw called Arthur Morgan, so that's Arthur Morgan there. And I think he's probably one of the best video game characters of all time, probably Rockstar's best character ever. I really do think so. And he's part of the Van der Linde gang, because as you remember from the first Red Dead Redemption game, you have to hunt down the last members of your gang, because John Marston, who is also in this game as well, he has to hunt down the last members of the gang. Well, they're all in this alongside new faces, so there's familiar faces and new faces. And it's really cool how you see their characters build up, you know, with their development. It's really good. And the open world is also phenomenal because, well, this is quite a unique game that Rockstar have done, because usually when they create an open world game, they tend to start from scratch and include a brand new map, but no, not this one, because as well as making 3 new states, they actually allowed the 2 American states from Red Dead Redemption 1 to return, so West Elizabeth and New Austin. Now, a lot of people may be annoyed about this, but there's no Mexico in Red Dead Redemption 2 this time. You can't roam that state, which you could do in the first Red Dead Redemption. But I accepted that because, you know, it's a new game in the series, isn't it? And all Rockstar games are known to include new maps started from scratch, aren't they? So we have to actually thank them for including the previous American maps from the first Red Dead. So I wasn't really bothered by it at all. I really was not bothered. And then again, what's also good is the state of West Elizabeth, where John Marston would end up living in the first Red Dead, has been expanded to include new areas such as the town of Strawberry, for example. And as well, one thing that I really do love about this game, I don't think I have any cons for this game, so the pros of it, well, also the actor who plays Arthur Morgan, Roger Clark, he was brilliant as Arthur Morgan in this game, really brilliant. You know, his performance is probably the best in a video game of this year, definitely. I mean, many of you may disagree in terms of games like God of War and the Spider-Man PS4 game, but nah, I think Arthur Morgan is the best character of the year for me, really. And yeah, Roger Clark had a great performance as Arthur Morgan. And also, of course, you see a few returning actors because there's returning characters. So, for example, Rob Reefoff returns as John Marston. And as you all know, his performance in the first Red Dead was critically acclaimed, so yeah, we all knew it'd be good that he'd return, and he did in this game, despite apparently leaving the acting industry. He came back to play a younger John Marston, and yeah, it was really good to see his voice as John Marston again. And also Benjamin Baron Davis returns as Dutch Van der Linde, who I think was the main antagonist, well, one of them in the first Red Dead Redemption. So that was really good. And he played a very different side of Dutch in this game, because he starts off as a good guy, but then he slowly evolves into the person we see in Red Dead Redemption 1. And then after that as well, Bill Williamson's actor returned as well, so that was really good to see. I think some people were recasted, well, mainly because they were playing the younger versions of the characters, particularly Jack Marston, because he's a little boy in this time period. So yeah, Marston's family is pretty young in this. Abigail and Jack are returning, but they're younger. We'll see young uncle as well, so that's really nice to see. And he was quite funny, but a little bit silly as well, because he was lazy. Still is in this game too. And one thing that I do love about this game is the considerable amount of detail. There's so much in this game, because yeah, Rockstar have done so well, and one of the things I like to do when I play a video game is look for details, and there's so many in this game that I've found. It's amazing. Like, for example, as time progresses, Arthur's hair and beard grow, which is really cool. unlike, you know, GTA 5 where if it stays at a fixed hair that you select or facial hair, it actually grows all the time, which is amazing, isn't it? And also as well, any corpses that you kill, if you leave them lying around or they don't get discovered by the law, in which case they'll be taken away and never seen again, they actually decompose, which I think is something which, you know, people have wanted to see happen in the game, but it's not happened yet, has it? Because, you know, it's not very much detail if they don't decompose, if they're left there, is it? Also, the hunting of animals has been greatly improved as well. Like, the skinning is much more realistic as well, and there's lots of animals you can hunt as well, which I was happy about. Because I was getting a bit sick of hunting the same animals every now and then in the first Red Dead. There's so many more you can hunt. You can even go fishing as well, which is a really cool feature as well. That's my cat leaving the room once again, just like in the previous review. But yeah, please do check out this game. I'd recommend that you play it because it's so good. It's got a really big story though, and I'm not going to spoil what happens in the story because if you do want to play it, you do want to be spoiled about it, do you? But yeah, it got me pretty emotional at times, you know, because there are a few sad but also good moments too. I'm not going to spoil what happens though, because I don't want you guys to be annoyed about the fact that you know what's going to happen before you play it, innit, if you are thinking of playing Red Dead 2. So yeah, please do check out this game. I really do think, you know, it's worth the wait, because we waited 8 years since the previous Red Dead to this game, didn't we? It was so worth the wait, it was that good. So yeah, do check out this game, and I don't think you have any cons with it. I mean, many people will say the con with there's no Mexico, and that's understandable, but I'm not bothered by it at all, because it's a brand new game, you know, it has a new map, doesn't it? Just like other Rockstar games. So you do check it out, so give this video a like. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this game if you have played it, or if you are going to play it, let me know whether you will or not. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all later.